and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that the biggest Spider-Man fans in the world might be in Mexico.
¿Somos los mejores fans de Spider-Man en el mundo o qué? So guys, everybody's very excited about this film. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what should we expect about Spider-Man Homecoming?
I think you guys need to buckle up because it's going to be a lot of fun when this movie comes out. It's time to bring Spider-Man home, you know. He's finally going to be, you know, in the world where the Avengers exist, and hopefully one day he can finally become an Avenger. But it's just going to be a lot of fun seeing Spider-Man and Iron Man on the same screen finally.
Laura, this is the first time we're going to take a very close look to your character. Tell us a little bit about Liz. How do you relate to her?
Love you too, thank you.
So you were saying?
Liz is, I think she's a cool girl. She's someone that I would want to hang out with. I think she's really different from the other women that we're used to seeing in these big films. She's super smart and driven and straight-A student, but really nice too. She's not like the typical mean girl that you see a lot. And I hope you guys love her as much as I do.
Do you ever get used to this?
No, how can you possibly get used to
How can you get used to this, right? Does it get louder and louder as the movie release is closer?
You guys are definitely the loudest so far.
Let's start with the questions from the audience. Are you okay with it?
Let's go.
Vamos a empezar con las preguntas del público. Sé que la primera pregunta está en el lugar.
How familiar were you with Spider-Man before starting filming this movie?
So was I a fan of Spider-Man?
This is what happens when you guys are in the house.
I was like the biggest Spider-Man fan growing up, you know. I had countless Spider-Man costumes as a kid, and I'd always dress up in him. My mum had the hardest time trying to get me out of my clothes because they probably stank. But funny story is 2 years ago, I actually went to a fancy dress party, dressed up as Spider-Man, to then find out that it wasn't actually a fancy dress party. Everyone was in normal clothes, and I just showed up as Spider-Man. So it was a little embarrassing, but I've always been a huge fan of Spider-Man.
You now showed up dressed as Spider-Man in the party.
My Spider-Man suit, the real one?
Yeah, the real one, the actual one.
It'll be pretty crazy. That suit is incredible. If you ever see it in real life, it is the most beautiful piece of, like, you know, seamstress work ever. The guys that made that suit are incredible, and they really knocked it out of the park.
Laura, do you want to choose the next question?
Yes.
¿Cuál es la siguiente pregunta? Ahí atrás. Señalada. Ahí está.
First of all, I love you both so much. My question is, what is like to be Spider-Man and be able to play with amazing actors like Robert Downey Jr. or Michael Keaton? What is like that experience for both of you?
I mean, it's pretty crazy. You know, I had a lot of scenes with Robert throughout this movie, and I've been a fan of these movies since Iron Man 1, so I kind of went a little bit crazy when he walked on set for the first time, but it was a huge honor having him on set. He brings so much to this movie. It's a very different side to Tony Stark that we've ever seen before, because, you know, I'm kind of like his kid, in a way. And it's funny to see him with, like, father, responsibilities. But Michael Keaton, I mean, we have Michael Keaton in this movie.
Laura, you get to play the Spidey's girl somehow. We know that most of them don't really have a great life. What can you tell us about Liz?
Well, Liz doesn't die, so that's a good thing. What was my question? Does she have a good life?
Different.
I think Liz is different from movies seen before because she is kind of focused on other things. Sorry, Tom. He's a little more into her. Just kidding. But yeah, she's really smart and wants things in her life. Like, you know, she's focused on going to university and about winning the academic decathlon. And then this thing happens with Peter that's kind of like a spark, and it builds from there.
The trick of choosing questions is very difficult, isn't it?
It's pretty tricky.
¿Quién será la siguiente pregunta?
With great power comes great responsibilities. So what are the responsibilities you carry with playing Spider-Man?
I think the most important thing for us to realize as actors in this movie is we get given the power to do so much good through these movies. One thing that Laura and I have been doing since we've been on this tour is trying to visit children's hospitals, you know, and the most frequent question that I get asked is, what's it like being a superhero? And if I'm honest, I am the wrong person to ask. The real superheroes are the volunteers who work in the hospital. So for us, the responsibility is to spread the word where we can and try and make a difference where possible and make the world a better place. That's how it's
amazing that Marvel has created more power female roles. I feel so lucky and blessed to be this character in this film. You know, obviously in the comics Liz was a blonde white woman, and it's so cool that John and Marvel and Zoe looks beyond that and looks for the best person for the role instead of just kind of checking off a box of fitting with what the comics said.
La siguiente pregunta. Allá atrás, ¿me rayas?
¡Arriba!
Oh, thank you so much. My question is, beside of all these things in the Spider-Man Homecoming movie, how was your experience working in filming in Infinity War?
That's a big question. So let me tell me tell you about what I know about Infinity War. That is nothing. I am not very good at keeping secrets when it comes to Marvel secrets because, like you guys, I'm a fan and I want to tell you everything. So Marvel found this out and they wouldn't let me read the script. So I know that I'm in it. I know that I will eventually play Spider-Man. And that's about it, if I'm honest. So I'm sorry I can't really answer your question. But what I can say is it's going to be the biggest movie of all time.
We were talking about how you found out that you were going to play Spider-Man and also Elise. How hard was it to keep the secret to everyone around you that you were going to be in Spider-Man Homecoming?
It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I think I found out that I got this part and I couldn't tell anyone for like 3 weeks or something. It was horrible. I wanted to tell everyone, but I am better at keeping secrets than Tom. So I think I told my mom and my dad, but definitely had to keep it under wraps. It's pretty tough.
What about you?
When I first read the script, I was so excited that I had to just tell someone about it. So one of my friends, Tom Hutton from Holland, he's like a huge Marvel fan. So I just rang him up and told him everything, like everything. And he's the best at keeping secrets. I then found out he wouldn't even tell his mum what I told him. So he is my go-to secret teller. But yeah, I'm not very good at keeping secrets. That's why I know nothing about Avengers.
I don't know if we're thankful or we hate that, because we really want to know what's going to happen.
So do I.
We don't know anything. We're in the same boat as you guys.
So we're going to find out together then. La siguiente pregunta.
En español, Tom, ¿qué sentiste cuando me eligieron para Tom, ¿qué sentiste cuando te eligieron para interpretar a Spider-Man?
When I found out that I was going to play Spider-Man, I actually found out on Instagram. I was lying on my bed, surfing through my phone, and it said, go to the Marvel website to find out who the new Spider-Man is. So I went to the Marvel website, it said Tom Holland, and I went nuts. Like, absolutely bananas. And my poor little dog was so terrified. It actually makes me want to cry that you notice it, guys. Yeah, I was so over the moon. I was so, I nearly cried. It was such a dream come true for me to get this part, and I'm so lucky that Sony and Marvel gave me the opportunity. And I'm even more excited to show you guys what we've done.
Can I choose the next question?
Welcome to the stage, Mr. Stanley.
myself, one or two people go, I don't know if you're aware of this. I shouldn't be so friendly. Friendly with Tom. You may not know this, but before the last movie that he's in was cast, they were casting for somebody new to play Spider-Man. It was between Tom and me, and guess who got it?
We should do Old Man Spider-Man.
We were this close, and he got it. I don't even know why I'm here. Now that I've told you how much I hate this man, incidentally, he is the greatest actor and he's the nicest guy. When you find an actor who's also a hell of a nice guy, who loves the fans, who'll do anything for them. He won't do anything for me, but he will for you. I'm gonna go now and let you wrestle with him, because I've been working this convention for 2 days, and I'm going to bed. So anyway, I just want to say, on behalf of Tom and me, hey, Southside!
we wouldn't be here without Stan. So to meet him and to work with him and to share this experience with him is a huge honor. Like, I'm like you guys, I'm a fan, so every time I meet Stan I kind of freak out a little bit. But I can tell you that Stan is the nicest, most down-to-earth, kind, loving person I've ever met, and I love him to death.
Hombre araña.
Hombre araña, hombre araña, hombre araña, hombre araña, hombre araña, hombre
I have always wanted to do that. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's choose the next question from here. What about that?
I'm just getting so excited.
Wow! This is happening to Conferencia. I mean, on Tuesday I didn't have tickets to come here, so fans, sneakers. What else? Well, I wanted to ask you what is your favorite Spider-Man story? Like your biggest, the story you would like to see more adapted.
Yeah. Firstly, I love your suit and that you have the web names. That's my favorite Spider-Man stories from the comics is actually the Clone Saga. I think it would be super cool if maybe one day we could have multiple Spider-Mans on the same screen, maybe even a Spideyverse. But I hope one day it will happen.
And you, Laura?
I think it's pretty cool how later on when Liz gets powers, after she marries Harry Osborn and stuff, when she becomes fire starter. That'd be pretty badass. I like to have powers.
By the way, if you get to interact with other Spider-Man, who would you like them to be played by? Is there someone you have in mind that you would like to be the other Spider-Man besides you?
I mean, maybe if we did a film with me, Andrew, and Toby, that would be pretty cool.
I saw someone who has a mariachi sombrero over there, and I think they want to give it to you. I'm gonna go grab it for you. Yes, this is for you. Que no se diga que en Conque no se complacen los fans, ¿eh?
It's the other way around. I told you, Laura! Voila! I like this. I can get used to this.
Kind of heavy today.
It's amazing. It looks pretty good.
¿Cuál va a ser la siguiente pregunta del público? Laura, you should choose this one.
Maybe the shield. Captain America shield. No. Oh, which one? Which one? This one. The middle one. This one. Yeah, see.
I love you guys. I love you. We love you too, man.
Our question is, what is your experience working with CGI?
I tell you something very interesting, actually, which I learned on this movie is about a process called motion capture. And motion capture is where you have to wear this really stupid grey suit with these like balls all over it, and you look like a complete moron. But
Like right, not like right now.
don't be rude. So basically they can capture all of your movements. So now every piece of CGI has been, taken from my body. So whenever you see Spider-Man in the suit, it is my body, but it's kind of been CGI at the same time. So it's a cool process, and the guys we have behind it are amazing, and you guys are going to be blown away by some of the stuff they've done.
cannot tell. I know that face by now.
I think it's one of those crazy scams you did. That you did a million of.
I had to stand in a thong for hours while they scanned my body. It was so embarrassing, but it has to be done, you know?
Someone has to do it. Yeah, better be you.